Yeah, hi Anjan. Yeah, we can hear
Hi.
you. So you have logged in
Yeah,
with
sorry for the delay.
Swapnil's you have logged in with
Yes.
Swapnil's account. Okay, okay. Yeah, no
Correct.
worries. I
Yeah.
hope I'm happy that the issue got resolved.
Yeah, sure. So, shall we start?
Yes. How will proceed is Anjan? You can start with your introduction, and then we'll talk
Hmm.
about what is agentic AI, and then we talk about its impact on requirements engineering, and we'll take up some breaks in between so that in case any questions audience have, they can pose those questions to you.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Over to
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, first of all, thank you, Shivra, for giving me this opportunity to speak over here. I have been part of the BA Club since more than 5 years now. I started my career as a software developer, and for about first 3 years, I immersed myself into writing code. But during this time, my mindset shifted, and I started getting attracted towards the business analysis space. And I successfully transitioned into business analysis and product management space. Today, I hold around 4 years of experience into BA and product space, and I am particularly into tech product management space right now. So yeah, that's a bit about me. And talking about our discussion today, we are going to discuss agentic AI. Uh, I think I'll start with the main topic now. Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
just give me a second. Okay, so just give me a moment, guys.
Sure. Take your time. In the meanwhile, if people can send me a request, I'll approve it. Jay, I'm trying to approve it. I'm not sure why you are going back into listening mode. But yes, others can send me a request and I'll approve it.
Okay, I can start now.
Yes.
So, agentic AI. So it's been a couple of years, and you all must have been hearing a lot about a lot of prominent personalities talking about AI, and AI is literally everywhere. So I will start with the comments that were made by some prominent personalities. One of them is Satya Nadella of Microsoft CEO. He had mentioned that the SaaS is going to be dead. This was a very big statement for all of us, and that actually came as a shock to me as well. And some of the other personalities like Jensen Huang, who is the CEO of NVIDIA, he also talked about that IT departments will be the HR departments of the AI agents in the future. And soon every human will have their own AI agents as well. So these are some of the big statements that these prominent personalities are making. And this is something that led me to dive into the agentic AI space as a BA product person because I wanted to discover how the future is going to be. And uh, to talk more about it, it is into three steps basically. So evolution of AI has been into three steps so far. First is our LLM applications. The LLM applications are nothing but the AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. These are the tools that we have. And the next step in the evolution is single AI agent, which is where the AI acts as a personal assistant and it can basically complete tasks proactively. And the last step, which is the third step, is about multi-AI agents, where multiple AI bots can be created and they can interact with each other and give you a final result. So this is a three-step evolution that we have seen so far in the space of AI. And if I have to explain it to you, like I will explain it to a 10-year-old child, then I will have an example for you here. So let's imagine that you have to plan a birthday party. And so this is the task that we have at hand. And so this task we can achieve through all these three technologies that I just spoke of. an LLM, a single AI agent, and a multi AI agent. So when I talk about an LLM, you will simply go to some app like a chat GPT, and you will basically type a prompt. The prompt would be like, how do I plan a birthday party? So that prompt is going to give you a step of instructions, and it's going to be a lengthy step of instructions probably, because that's how the chat GPT works. So we get an idea about how we should plan a birthday party from there. But the problem here is that we are only getting some data. So if I have to explain it, the chat GPT is a big book that is there, and you are asking, or you are reading some, you are asking some question to that book, and then that book is basically answering you in whatever knowledge that it contains. So we can consider an LLM app as a data repository, which is basically processing and providing you a feedback on the basis of your query. So the drawback of AI tools is basically that I have to be interactive with it. The better I am with prompting, the better results that I can get from that AI tool. So human intervention is necessary for a LLM tool. So this was about the LLM phase of the AI. The next phase is going to be the single AI agent, which is nothing but a personal assistant. So if we give the same task of planning a birthday party to this personal assistant, we are basically going to tell them that, okay, so again, we will, let's say, give a prompt that plan my birthday party, or I want to plan a birthday party. What will happen in this case? The AI agent is going to be configured for a preset of instructions, and it will basically guide you. So it can be interactive with you, and it can help you perform particular tasks as well. So the difference between an AI tool and LLM agent is going to be that the AI agent can basically communicate and do tasks and complete tasks. So an LLM tool is basically just giving you a list of instructions. If you tell an LLM tool to basically scrape this particular page, or book a movie ticket for me, or shop this item for me, it's not going to be able to perform those tasks. It just will provide you the steps of performing that task. So it's a brain that is caged inside a jail. But an AI agent is something that has capabilities where it can perform those particular tasks. An AI agent can basically shop your birthday party's gift items, or it can book a movie ticket for you. So that's the fundamental difference between an AI tool and a single AI agent. And the third step of the evolution is multi AI agents. So multi AI agents, you can imagine it as a team of bots that is interacting with each other to to get a particular task done. So if we talk about the same birthday party example, there will be multiple bots. There could be one bot for invitation agent. There could be one bot for shopping. So invitation bot is going to send invitation over WhatsApp. The shopping bot is going to ensure that it will shop all the decorations, the cakes, the snacks, and everything. The music and games bot could be another bot who would create a playlist for your birthday party or plan some fun game for it. And there will be a budget tracker agent. So this budget tracker agent is again a bot who can basically act as a manager. So all this invitation agent, shopping agent, music agent, they are going to interact with this budget tracker agent, and they are going to refine the response. So in this case, let's imagine that you have given a prompt of providing a planning a birthday party. So in this case, firstly, the budget tracker agent, a bot, will basically give you a response. it will ask some questions to you. It will ask you your budget. Let's say 5,000 is your budget, and it will basically strategically provide some of the funds for different aspects. For example, some funds will be allocated to shopping. So it will create a financial plan for that particular birthday party. And then it will invoke the other agents like shopping agent or music and games agent to allocate different prices for that part of the plan. And then the shopping agent is going to recommend where to get the decorations from, where where is the place where you will get a good cake within the budget that is allocated by the budget tracker agent. So that's how they're going to interact, and they're going to refine the response and give you a complete plan at the end of the final result. Is going to be that so let's say in this budget you can invite 20 people. In this budget you can shop for this much of decorations. This is the cake that you can buy. These are the snacks that you can add on. These are the games we can buy. Maybe we can buy a board game, and we can basically uh, we can have fun with it in the party. So that is how the difference plays out between an LLM tool, a single agent AI, and a multi-agent AI. So I'll take a pause over here for any questions so far.
So Anjan, one question. So we are saying that agentic AI will help us plan and it will even take actions on our behalf. So
Correct.
how can we ensure that so if every person has some recommendations, some views about so for example, if I want quality products but I don't want cheap products, but according to my budget, how can I ensure that whatever purchase agentic AI is making on my behalf is as per my standards, or as per what exactly my I have some preferences, right? So, for example,
Correct.
I want strawberry cake, but not chocolate cake. So, do I? Is the intention is that I have to, tell each and everything to the person? Because then, what's the purpose of agentic AI? If I'm guiding AI for each and everything. So, how my preferences will be taken care of, or does agentic AI also look into reviews? For example, if I have to book a hotel, will it also check out the reviews and on what scales the hygiene is, or whatever is my preferences, right? So
Correct.
how AI deals with preferences of a human person.
Correct. So in this case, the AI agents is going to basically ask. They can basically follow a procedure. They can ask you what are your preferences. They can record your preferences, and on the basis of your preferences, they can execute their tasks. So that is the way it will be. So there will be a procedural code, the business logic for that AI agent. Let's say there is a shopping agent. So this shopping agent is going to we can configure the shopping agent to personalize it for your needs. So in this case, it can ask you some predefined questions that a business analyst or product person will configure it for that agent. That these are the aspects that you need to consider for this. And if not, if that perspective is not configured by the product manager or the business analyst, even in that case, the beauty of AI is it can learn from it. So if at the end of the result, I have given the LLM or AI agent has given you a plan of a strawberry cake, for example, but you respond to that AI agent maybe at the end, or maybe it can ask you in between as well. So there is a room where the AI agents can take a confirmation from the humans before executing it to the next level, or you can refine it at the end as well. So these are the two places where human intervention can be configured for a particular AI agent.
Hmm. And it will note down my preferences, and next time it won't ask me the same question because now it has been trained and it has learned.
Correct. Yes. So when it comes to a generic agent, it might try to ask some questions on the basis of the agent's past experience. Whatever. So it can recommend you that maybe last 50 people preferred a chocolate cake. or last 100 people referred a strawberry cake, and so on. So these are some of the things that it is capable of.
Makes sense. Thanks, Anjan. Um, yeah, so to all our other listeners, if you have a question for Anjan, please send me a request. I'll make you a speaker so that you can ask your question as well. Yeah, Anjan, let's proceed. Let's see if we can
Okay,
write the
sure.
answer. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So far, we have understood the three concepts: a concept of LLM tool, single agent AI, and multi-agent AI from a very simple basic example, which is planning of a birthday party. But as we speak, a lot of scenarios, a lot of industries are being revolutionized with this capability. You can basically provide any task and get this done. So now we will switch the context to business analysis itself. So let's say you are a business analyst and you want to gather some requirements. Let's say you want to build a loan approval system. So what most of us must be doing, I hope, is when it comes to an LLM approach, we basically go to a chat GPT and we can give a prompt where, let's say, I want to build a loan approval system. Provide me a plan, provide me a high level plan on what all things I should consider. This is one of the examples. And the chat GPT will give you a plan, a high level plan. Let's say you have to consider regulatory aspects. You have to consider there are different aspects to whatever requirements that you're trying to gather. So again, here the human intervention is required, which is something that almost all business analysts, product managers must be doing by now. So the next step would be the single agent AI. So if you're unaware, I will give you a working tool that is live right now. This tool is called as ChatPRD. So if you go to chatprd.com, this is a website where you can log in and subscribe to their product. And their product is basically you can create different kinds of documents. Again, so we have moved one step forward from using a chat GPT to using a product like ChatPRD. So ChatPRD, again, you can draft your requirements. You can create a first draft of your requirements and you can upload the draft to ChatPRD. And ChatPRD will basically ensure that it has the pre-trained logic of the requirement gathering and all those aspects. And it will do the processing. It will provide you the final output of your requirement document. And again, there could be a room for improvement. I'm not saying that everything will be done just like that because AI is at a very nascent stage right now. But ChatPRD is a tool that you can definitely call as a single AI agent tool because it has the capability to perform a Google search that is not present probably in ChatGPT. Nowadays, ChatGPT does has an option where you have to select the search, and then that enables the Google search capability for the ChatGPT. But there are some other capabilities like scraping a website that can be called as a capability, which can be configured for a single AI agent. Similarly, accessing a YouTube video, then transcribing that video and then using that knowledge to create something out of it. These are some of the capabilities that are being built right now by a lot of people who are developing the single agent AI systems. And the next level would be the multi-agent AI system, where again there will be one market research agent, there will be a compliance agent, there will be a data analysis agent, there will be a separate agent for documentation. This is one of the successful use cases that I have seen companies are doing. They are automating their document updation process so that no person has to update the API docs and everything. I have seen that some of the AI tech stacks are basically able to solve these problems. Customer success in particular is being impacted by this. So yeah, there are multiple agents that you can create for compliance, for data analysis, for documentation, for validate everything, and then they can give you the final result. So The requirement gathering process itself, some companies are there who are trying to solve as a product. So yeah, that has been my explanation for the business analysis context for LLM, single AI agent, and multi AI agents. I'll again take a pause here if anyone has any questions.
No questions from
Okay.
my side.
Yeah.
Anyone has any questions? Uh, no,
Okay. In that case, I'll proceed with the difference between AI tools and AI agents. That's the next topic that I would like to touch upon. As we have already discussed this with the example of the birthday party, with the example of the business analysis requirement kind of an example. But to talk specific about the differences, the AI tool like ChatGPT basically requires a human intervention, while an AI agent can independently take decisions and execute tasks with continuous user input. So there can be a workflow in which AI can consider its own input or any other AI's input or any human input as well. Then the interaction style when it comes to an AI tool is reactive. It depends on the user command and queries. But for an AI agent, it's proactive. It acts autonomously on a certain actions and execute without direct instructions. So then AI tool, when it comes to learning ability, it has a fixed capability. So if I have to give you an example, then in the paid version of ChatGPT, you can upload the Babok guide and you can later communicate with that custom made bot for all your business analysis queries. This is something that a lot of people has done, and they have created their own versions of bot. Maybe they have uploaded their fintech requirement documents along with the Babok guide to make the guide capable, to make the bot capable to query and answer about the fintech business and analysis and so on. So these are some of the customizations that people are doing currently, as opposed to the AI agent like Chat PRD or any other new things that are coming into the market, where it can continuously improve on the basis of the interaction and it does not require human intervention as well. So these were the primary differences between an AI tool and AI agent. Now I'll briefly touch upon the difference between the traditional software development and AI software development. As I come from a technical background, I think that this is an important step that I should explain. So people from non-technical background, please bear with me for a moment. I'll try to make it as simple as possible for all of you. So the first aspect that we will discuss, which is different in traditional software development and AI agents, is the handling of data. So far, when I worked as a developer or even today, when we have to create a software, we have to define a requirement for a software, we have to go to a very deep level where the data types are strictly defined. I have to tell that a name is going to be defined in string format, age is going to be defined in maybe num format, and so on. But for AI agents, this is something that they can understand at a very high level. So instead of defining strictly that this is the name and this is the varchar format, this is the age, this is the num format, you can directly upload your Excel files, your PDF documents, and any format of data, your voice data, your image, a video. You can enter any form of data to an AI, and AI will try its best level to understand things. And an AI agent basically can transform that data to a structured format as well. So the AI agent will work in its different format, but when it comes to responding, or maybe there is an integration between a traditional system and an AI agent. So AI agent will accept the data in structured or unstructured format, and it can respond by converting that unstructured data into a structured format. So data handling has changed a lot. So where you had a strictly defined approach in traditional software development, the input has become fuzzy in AI softwares basically. So when it comes to logic, the AI, the traditional software logic is deterministic. Let's say it always follows a predefined rules. Like in traditional software development, you have to configure if condition, if X, then Y. That's how it works. But when it comes to AI agents, it works with probabilities. It says that there is a 70% chance that the result that I'm providing is true, or there's a 50% chance. So input is fuzzy. The input and output both can be fuzzy and probabilistic for the AI, as opposed to the traditional software where you have to strictly define whatever input that you are providing and whatever output that you are getting. If any change needs to be done, you have to develop that in traditional software development. But that's not the case in AI agents. They can respond to you in any format that is possible. Coming to the decision making aspect, again, the difference between traditional and AI. In the traditional software development, decision making is binary. It is true, false, or the third scenario is error. But when it comes to AI agents, there is again a degree of confidence is how it works. Even if an error occurs with an AI agent, it will try to solve it or it will try to correct it by its own. That's not the case with traditional softwares. If you get an error and that error is not handled in the software system, your application is gonna broke for sure. But that breakage can be avoided by the cognitive ability of the AI agent. That's the primary difference while handling the errors. So yeah, that's these are some of the aspects which are different in traditional software development and an AI agent. I'll again take a pause if anyone has any questions.
Yeah, Anjan. So you mentioned that we are moving from traditional to AI world, wherein AI can work on unstructured data. AI can work even in absence of logic, a proper logic, right? Like
Correct.
if it's statements. So
Mhm.
do you think that the business analyst role will be redefined to cater for these changes? So so far, if I talk about a BA and BA has to introduce a field, so BA ends up defining how many characters the field will take, what type of field it is, and uh,
Correct.
the characteristics of the field. But if a BA is not defining that, and if a software development does not need that, how will it work? I'm still not able to put my mind around these changes, because that's defining what is required, the defining the logic, what defining the field in characteristics. So that's what a BA does. If we are saying we can work around it, then BA might not be required in that case. So do
Correct.
you
So
think agentic
almost
AIs
all
are a
fields.
threat?
Mhm.
Yeah, so do you think
Yeah. So
agentic AIs
almost
are a threat to BA role? Yeah.
sure. So yeah, almost all fields and almost all roles, whether it's a business analyst, a software developer, they all will get redefined because of the agentic revolution. That's the reason I started with the quotes by Satya Nadella and the Jensen Huang, who is the NVIDIA CEO. And one prominent quote of the NVIDIA CEO was that a lot of all the humans will have to create their own AI bots, which will assist them in performing tasks. So that's how the evolution is going to be. So there are some tasks that the BAs are currently doing, which are repetitive, which are easily solved. Those are the tasks that we will be delegating to the AI agents. So this way, the work will get faster for sure, is what I expect from things. But yes, everybody will have to upscale and they will have to keep an eye on the ongoing technologies that are there. And if I have to tell you about the agentic AI, the way I have learned, there is a framework that is called as Screw AI. So there are multiple frameworks, which I'll come to in a moment. But I hope that answers the questions that you had.
Mhm. Sure. And how soon do you think we'll reach that stage where we are creating our own agent bot? So chat gpt is very fresh, right? We started hearing about it last year itself, or maybe last to last year. Some people might have heard about it. So people are still putting their head around generative ai. They're still getting used to it. But now agentic ai is coming into picture. I've also recently heard about it this year itself. So the the pace at which AI is progressing is very alarming so far.
Yeah,
So but do you think it will still take us some time, some years, if not decades, perhaps, to be in a position when we are creating our own bots? Or do you think the future is very near, maybe in a year or so will be in that situation? So basically,
yeah.
my question is around the adaptability of people embracing the
Yes.
new technology.
Yeah, since about last 6 months, I have been keeping an eye on this tech. Even I am new to it. But what I have heard from people and the interactions that I have made with people who are working with Agentic AI, they particularly provide a timeline of 3 to 5 years. But that is again deterministic. It's not for sure because we don't know where it goes. But as far as AI agents are concerned, the developers and the people who are working on this latest tech, they have started building the generic bots. So one such example of a bot that I will have to give you is content creation. Content creation is completely transformed with AI. Like when I was going through this Agentic AI course, there is a course of Agentic AI as a beginner or as a non-coder or not a technical person that you can also take up. The website is called as deeplearning.ai. That's the website where you can to get start over and understand things. You can take a crew AI course where it will help you explain the fundamental concepts of the multi-agent and how the agents are working. So that's one aspect of it. And yes, 3 to 5 years is the timeline that people are providing, but it's still very early to tell. But the in industries which are very repetitive, like customer success or automation, say per se, these are some things that will get hold fast. So we have to understand what part of our job role can be automated easily and can be delegated to a bot, and what are the skills that will be on demand for my role in the future. So that's the distinction that everyone has to make, and that's the way forward for us.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, hi Jay.
Yeah, hi,
Thanks
Jay.
for joining us.
Hi, Shipra. Good evening.
Yeah, good.
I'm glad you got me, and thank you. At the onset, Anjan, thank you so much for taking up this topic, and thank you, Shipra, for arranging this. So, Anjan, you just my question is you just answered a little bit, but I just want to expand a little. So, I'm extremely passionate about agent AI and AI as a whole. But for someone like me who is a non-tech business analyst, what
Mhm.
would be the roadmap that you would suggest for me to be able to see myself writing or building agent AIs? Maybe if you could perhaps share a roadmap, yeah, or maybe or the milestones, as in what tools would I be? I understand you just suggested deep learning, but I've recently started learning Python also. If you could just curate a roadmap and explain, just give me just a synopsis, yeah.
Yeah, correct. So you have started at a very correct place. Python is the fundamental of it. So without Python, no AI agent is working right now. So Python is the base for it for sure. But above that base, you need to understand somewhat neural networks and deep learning as well. I know it would be very hard for a non-technical person, but just getting a gist of how it works is enough. You don't have to go deep into it. You can stop wherever you basically are able to understand things. But there are a lot of I have seen a lot of YouTubers who are offering free courses as well as a prerequisite for an AI. So that is the base of it, the neural network part of it, the deep learning part of it, and the Python when it comes to building it. And Crew AI is something that I will definitely recommend you as a starter. If you have Python skills, you can basically get that Crew AI course. It's just a 2 hours course, and it will give you fundamental understanding of what the things are, and it also has practical examples as well, like the content creation bot that I just talked about. The content creation bot is built in that course, like in a 18 or half an hour video, 18 minutes or half an hour video. They have demonstrated how you can build a particular. There are multiple examples. There is one this content creation bot. There is a sales agent bot. These are some of the examples that are provided there. So yes, Crew AI will be your starting point.
Sure, thank you. I'm just missing the name. Is it Q as in Queen AI?
Crew AI, CREW AI.
Oh, Crew AI. Okay, okay, thank you. Now, Anjan, 5, 6 years back, 7 years back, I was introduced to Selenium that does workflow automation. So, how is the agent AI different than the regular workflow automation? Yeah.
So it is because the ability of the AI to basically, so in Selenium as well, you would want to configure all the possible scenarios. That's the difference. You in any traditional system, you will have to configure all the possible scenarios, and if those scenarios are occurring, then only it can handle the situation. Otherwise, it will break. That's the fundamental of it. But here in AI systems, there is a probability that it will break once, but it is learning it automatically. No human will have to intervene in between and write that new Selenium case for it. It will write it on its own, and it will learn out of it. And there is a very high probability that it will not throw an error, and it will just get ahead with it. The crucial aspect with AI is the data. The data has to be of very high quality. Then only the AI agents will be able to learn it very properly. I hope that
All right,
answers your
thank you.
question.
So, indeed, that does.
Okay.
I'm sorry for the cooker CTM. So just to recapitulate, Anjan, understanding the basics of Python, going through the deep learning AI, and going through the Crew AI. These are the few fundamental steps that you would want me to take for me to understand the dynamics of agent AI. Yeah?
Correct. I will also touch upon some other aspects in my remaining presentation that I have here. So yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Jay. We'll give a 1 minute to Bharat to ask his query, and then we'll move over to Anjan back. Yeah. Bharat?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Thank you. Anjan, my question is like, so how do you see this AI will replace in the Indian market of MSMEs? Because as you mentioned, those AIs I can see it have a high cost to implement in the companies
Sorry,
like
I'm losing you in between.
am I audible now?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. So, how do you see that this AI agents or tools will make a big impact in the MSME sectors of Indian companies? Because as a business analyst, we'll be playing in all the major sectors, right? So, how this MSME will get impacted on the AI? Because these fortune companies will have the high budget and they can implement AIs. But how do you see in the MSME ways?
Mhm. So it's going to impact all the particular aspects that are unique to the particular business. Like you said, MSME, fintech. I have personally worked in fintech as well. So uh, the unique part with respect to a particular business is something that will be solved at a much later stage. So, if I have to give you an example, the things that are currently being solved are the customer success part of it. So far you had chatbots. So previously you used to have a team that was working, humans were working for customer success of any B2B or B2C company. And then we got introduced to chatbots. And chatbots again were the pretty nascent stages of it. But right now, the generic problems that are there for any B2B or B2C companies, currently the B2B problems are being solved first because big money is always into B2B. as compared to B2C. So if you want to see and you want to track what all things are being transformed, there is a Y Combinator investor who basically invests in a lot of startup companies, and you can check out what are the companies that they are investing in when it comes to an AI. They have a diverse portfolio. You will find a lot of YouTubers who are basically creating content to make people aware and keep them track all these things. So there's a good content available of what are the latest trends going on. You can always explore that. But yeah, the generic use cases are some cases that are being resolved first, like the customer success one that I just mentioned. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, Sanjay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Anjan. Over to you.
Okay, so we will move ahead. I think there are two aspects that I have here in front of me. One is the trending AI technologies. So I think I have mentioned Crew AI before, but there are two more technologies that are in demand, and there are much more as well. But I have picked these top three because I believe that they have a good background and they have a good capabilities and they are leading the AI agent space. So one of them I have already mentioned, which is Crew AI. Uh, the beauty of Crew AI is you can basically treat AI agents as a team. So you can define, like I mentioned, you can define a particular agent. You can provide a particular capabilities to that agent, and you can give a task to that agent. This is a role-based framework, which is easy for a beginner to understand. So that's the basis of Crew AI. The land graph or land chain is another framework. To understand this framework, you need to have deep understanding of deep learning and neural networks as well, because this is focused more around graph technologies that exist out there. And there is a Microsoft backed framework, which is Autogen. So this is again backed by a giant like Microsoft, who owns very prominent technologies like Power BI. And that's why I believe this is going to be the biggest things soon. So you can access, again, there are free certifications of Autogen as well uh, on Microsoft websites, just like they have on their other technologies as well. So if I have to talk about the difference, there is a difference of how they operate. So if I have to tell about Crew AI, it has a predefined structure, workflows with which you can work. While in LangGraph, it is a decentralized kind of an approach. Like I mentioned, you have to learn a lot about deep learning and neural networks as well. The beauty of Crew AI is it can the tools that we develop in the land chain or land graph kind of a technology can be reused in the Crew AI as well. So yeah, that makes it one of the easiest tech to work with. So this is a brief about Crew AI, LangGraph, and Autogen. One thing I think I missed about LangGraph is LangChain is the technology for which you have to learn Python coding. But LangGraph is another sister product of theirs, where it is a low-code platform. So they are now building a low-code platform to create AI agents, which means soon that programming background may not be required. So you could be able to work on a low-code platform if you must have worked on Zoho or Salesforce or any other platforms which are well established. Then you must be aware of what low-code is. And this is the way LangGraph is trying to take creation of AI agents. So it's trying to make it available for non-tech background people so that they can create their own bots. So yeah, that's a bit about all three technologies: UAI, LangGraph, and Autogen. I'm again taking a pause here for questions, if any.
No, I think we are good to move.
Okay. So coming to the last segment, the question that Shipra particularly asked, like, what will the requirement gathering look like AI agents or multi-AI agent systems are developed. So I want to quickly touch upon that aspects. So AI agents are basically you have to imagine them as a personality. So basically, AI agent is nothing but a baby to which you are giving a personality. Like what is that personality? A personality could be let's say you are giving a Babok guide and make that baby a business analyst like within seconds. That's how I can explain it in a simpler terms. So providing that personality to that AI agent is going to be a task for business analysts. They have to check. Like so, there is one AI agent in single AI agent. We can perform all the responsibilities to a single person as well, the single AI agent. But in multi AI agents, you can basically create different AI agents and have them dedicatedly work on different aspects of your project or different aspects of your company. And to configure them is going to be one task for BAs, is what I see. But again, as far as if you learn the frameworks like Crew AI and all those things, you will get to know that the this configuration that I just talked about is being written in plain English. There is no technical configuration required. It's simply being explained. If I have to give you an example, the example would be imagine you are a lead business analyst with 10 years of experience in MSME lending domain, and you particularly work on doing market research. This could be a description of that particular model. So identifying what agent should be there in the system and what would be their responsibilities and what combination will work the best is somewhat going to be decided by business analysts and product folks when they will start working on these AI agents. Then the second aspect, apart from assigning a personality to an AI agent, the second aspect would be defining the interaction rules, how the AI agent should communicate, when to coordinate, how the two AI agents will collaborate with each other. That is something is also comes partially under business analysis for purview. Then moving ahead, whatever the goals and objectives, the business requirements that we are trying to capture, all those requirements, and if the particular agent is aligned with those requirements, that is still a human element that nobody can replace, is going to be there. Then the next part is AI governance. I have seen a lot of compliance professionals, the people who work in compliance space, they are upscaling themselves into AI governance. That's a new area that is going to span out of it, where you have to understand what is ethical for AI, what is not ethical for AI, what are the things that AI should avoid doing. And particularly in India, there are new laws coming in with respect to data privacy as well. So compliance aspect is something that BAs will also be responsible for when it comes to developing an AI product. And laws with respect to data privacy, ensuring that the systems are following and adhering to those laws is going to be part of business analysis as well. Moving ahead, I think the last part would be the tracking of metrics is always going to be there. Although there will be a lot of help, right? Currently, you need a data analyst to basically work with you as a BA or product person. So the data analyst job is going to get easy. And literally, you can upload an Excel file right now to Chat GPT and you can have the data manipulated right now as well. So that is again a big transformation that's going to happen when it comes to development or data analysis part as well. And the last part would be the collaboration. Again, there will be a reduction of workforce. There is a possibility of that. But the collaboration and understanding how the AI agents are working is going to be an important skill from a high level. So business analyst's job is to gauge a high level understanding of things And we are anyways building new types of systems. AI agents are nothing but a new type of systems, and hence they will require a new type of requirement gathering and the aspects that we have discussed. So yeah, that's all with respect to the requirement gathering part of the multi AI agent. I think with that, I will conclude whatever that I had prepared for this call. But yeah, the future is again, the agentic revolution is not about replacing BAs or PMs, but we all definitely need to enhance our capabilities. And like the prominent personalities like NVIDIA CEO had mentioned, if we are able to build our own bots, that's gonna be the next in demand thing as a BA or PM. So awareness in learning, understanding what to learn. There are some basic technologies like APIs. So API, if you don't know what is API, you need to immediately upskill on that, because all these AI agents, we have to develop capabilities for them. Like I just mentioned with ChatGPT was not able to search, was not able to scrape, was not able to access a YouTube video file. But all these capabilities can be configured for that AI agent using an API. So YouTube will have its own API. All the companies, all the products are going to have an API. And even AI agents itself, they are trying to transform it into an API. So API is a very crucial technology that everybody needs to understand the basics of it. Um, and that is again will help a lot when it comes to moving ahead with the future. And yeah, then experimenting with your own pilot projects. Like I mentioned, LandGraph is something that I'm yet to explore, but I'm pretty much excited about the no-code interface that they have developed. So I'm looking forward to get into that as well. And yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, thanks, Anjan. Thanks. It was very informative. Um, yeah, so open floor is open in case anyone has any questions for Anjan. Just one request, Anjan. So you mentioned Crew AI and that and certain other elements of it, right? So can you put up a note in the BA Club Telegram group?
I'll share the entire. Actually, I had prepared a presentation file, but I
Mm,
think the platform is voice only. I was not aware of that. So I think
okay.
I'll share the entire presentation file
Yeah,
on the group as well.
that will be really helpful. Thank you. Chetan has joined us. So hi, Chetan.
Hi, Shipra.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. Do you have any question for Anjan?
Not a question per se, but I think with the agentic AI and the beautiful explanation that was given. So, thank you. I think a business analyst would also need to uh, keep up by upskilling with the technical skills because uh, uh, companies would start expecting more out of this role, I think.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Chetan.
So I was just wondering, have you, I mean, explored LangChain or Hugging Face, and that's how we build the AI agents, right? Through them.
Yeah, so I have been exploring Hugging Face is just a GitHub-like repositories that we can access. So yes, I have explored some of them, and primarily I have explored Crew AI only. But I am yet to explore a lot of things. This is just the tip of the iceberg. LangChain and some other technologies like data graphs those are coming up, and they will transform the industry further. But to begin with, this is a good space to start.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Thanks, Chetan. Jay, any question or any comment from your side before we close up?
No, that's all from me, Shipra. Thank you again, Anjan and Shipra.
Yeah. So thanks, Anjan. Thanks for your time. Please share the presentation, and in case anyone has any questions, they'll reach out to you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I look forward to be active again on the club. I was out of touch for a while, but
Please do.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's always exciting to learn something new from the club. So yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks all. Thanks all for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.